Today I want to talk about the number one secret to getting what you want in life. And it's not some sexy kind of answer, right? I'm not going to be a sales guru, tell you how to persuade and do all that kind of stuff. It actually just comes to one simple thing. That's all it comes down to. And that one thing is volume. Volume. And this doesn't just apply to sales, right? Closing more deals. I know there's going to be a lot of entrepreneurs watching this video, but it applies to every aspect of life. Every aspect. And to be honest with you, everything is sales, right? Everything is sales. Not sales in the traditional sense where we're exchanging a product or service for money, but instead, this could apply to many things. Like, for example, when you are asking out a girl, right? It's all a volume game. It's all a volume game, right? The more girls you ask out, the more likely you are to go on a date or meet up with a girl, right? The biggest problem with a lot of people that I've found is that they just give up on the first attempt. And I used to be that way. I used to be such a complainer. Oh, things didn't go my way. Boo-hoo. Poor me, right? But then I found out this one trick of just simply doing more volume, and that changed everything, right? I started meeting with girls more. I started selling more. I started getting what I wanted out of life. I started putting myself in the right situations more, with more volume, going to more events, right? Getting in the right rooms, more volume. And that's how I've been able to develop good relationships, right? We all try things in our lives, and some of us quit too early. We never know if we're on the right track with something. We really don't, right? We could start to see momentum, but we don't really know if we're at the big winner right at the beginning. We don't know that yet. It accumulates over time. And that lack of knowing of how things are going to turn out is what turns people off from going for it. But I've taken a different approach. I've decided that, I am just going to go out there with such brute force and intensity that nothing can get in my way. And I will get what I want. No doubt about that. No doubt in my mind. Because I've seen that happen in real life. And this doesn't just apply to, actually in the physical world, you putting out this kind of intensity and becoming a force of nature. This also applies in the mind as well. The more you think about something, right? You've read the book Think and Grow Rich. The more you think about something and focus on it, right? The more likely you are to get the right answers to the questions that you're seeking the answers to. But that only happens with constant thought and attention toward the thing, right? Because when you think more about something, you start investigating more. And when you investigate more, you find answers. So not only does volume apply when you're doing sales or when you're, trying to get a girl to go on a date with you, right? This also applies mentally. You can literally will things into existence through constant force, constant attention on something, thinking about it all the time. This has happened in my life in ways that I can't even describe. I'll give you an example. I said, I want to work for someone in this specific industry. And I said a couple names, but I mainly said that I wanted to work with the top person in this specific industry. I wanted to work for them and learn from them and have them as a mentor. And I put so much energy and attention to that. And I talked about it out loud. I thought about it. It's all I wanted. It's all I focused my attention to. I studied the industry. That's all I did. All I did for months on end. And then you know what happened? Out of nowhere, an opportunity spawned into my life. And a lot of people would say, oh, it's luck, right? You just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Was it luck? Was it? See, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe that we just randomly end up in the same room as someone, right? I believe that because we're focusing on something, right? I believe in God. I believe that there is a higher power out there. I believe that He's connecting us with the right people that we need to meet to further us on our journey. I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart, because it's happened for me, not just in this instance. There's other examples as well. So it's crazy how this world works, how we can quite literally turn nothing into something. Like when I signed my first client, I didn't have a business. I didn't have a name for the business. I didn't have anything up and running, right? I had a domain and I put together a quick website. The domain was my name, right? It wasn't some fancy business name. I didn't have a fancy logo, all this crap. And I just closed. I just closed the deal. And that happened only because I started just doing volume. And I started calling people. Started saying, hey, I can do this or that for you. And that's something I lost for a while. I lost that for a while. That spark that I got from that first sale being closed went away. And went away fast. I want you guys to be able to sit with your accomplishments and really, soak them up and be proud of yourself, because I've been totally unable to do that in my life. That's one thing that I just cannot figure out, how to be cool with where I'm at. And I don't let that get in the way. But I wish that once in a while, I could have that feeling of, you know what, man, you're doing good. But I guess that's a result of my never-ending drive and just constant motivation that I have 24/7. Like I'm on an adrenaline rush all the time to learn more, to do more, to grow more, like all the time, from the time I wake up to the time I fall asleep. I totally exhaust myself, my body and mind. By the time I hit the bed at night, I'm knocked out, cold. I sleep good because I've earned it. I've earned it because I've exercised the body and mind. So guys, that's what I wanted to emphasize to you today. There is no secret. There is no secret magic that you're going to come across, that all of a sudden you're going to find some crazy success, right? Think and Grow Rich is a great book. I think everyone should read it. Everyone who wants to be successful, certainly. Thinking about things important, right? Thinking about things, having them materialize in the real world, amazing. But that only works when you couple it with action in the real world, not just action of the mind. And once the body and mind are engaged in a daily on a daily basis to get what you want, to achieve that ultimate objective, that is when all of a sudden this tidal wave of success comes in. And all of a sudden, you look at yourself and say, man, look at how far I've come. That happened pretty quick, didn't it? But it didn't. It just felt quick because you went through all that suffering in the beginning, which was essential. It was an essential period for you to go through. It's not something you can just skip. It's not. Because we're all ignorant. We're all ignorant in the beginning. So yeah, guys, I hope this video really it's motivated you, inspired you to do more, to put yourself out there more, to just do more volume, right? Create more opportunities for yourself, whatever you want in your life. If you want to, make more sales, right? Make more money. If you want to, go out with more girls, if you want to meet more people who are like-minded, if you want any of this stuff, it's simple, volume. If you want to get in great shape, volume, work out more. It's a simple principle. It's something a lot of people don't want to hear, but those of you who are savages, who are going to do great things in your life, you'll take this to heart and you'll say, okay, I admit that's just true, right? All right, guys, this is Blaze of Cyan signing off. Grateful for you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.